What's up, sir?
B, what's up?
It's all good, man.
All good.
We've been having this conversation about the MVP award. And so my question to you is, what does the MVP award mean to you? And how do you try to process the idea that you were still a candidate, you haven't won it in a while, and what is the MVP to LeBron James?
Well, I mean, for me personally, the MVP, I try to be that every night for my ball club. And being available to them and being the best player on the floor every night. I mean, just being you rewarded that with that reward. It is something. It means something for sure. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't mean anything to me. And for me to be able to win it a few times in my career has always been special. And being in the running or hearing my name with some of the best basketball players in the league this year again, it would mean a lot. At my age, what I'm able to do, what I've been doing this whole season, what I bring to the table every single night on both sides of the floor, it would mean an unbelievable thing for me personally at this point in my career. We should see where the chips may lay.
Okay.
LeBron, Kuz said that you probably should have 8, 9, 10 MVPs. You have 4. Is there a number that you feel like when you look back at X amount of seasons where you're like, I should be at 6, I should be at 7? Is there a number?
I should have more than 4, I believe. But I don't, and I don't sit around thinking about it or crying about it, whatever the case may be. I just try to come in the next season and be the MVP and be talked about again. I bet a lot of the greatest that played this game feel like they should have had more as well. If you ask any one of those guys, so this is another opportunity, for me, to be able to be recognized as the best player, for that particular season. And in this season, so hopefully I can continue just to play great basketball and see what happens at the end.
Kyle.
Hey, LeBron, to spin it to your teammate, Dennis is kind of in an interesting situation where the Lakers can sign him through an extension, and he said that he wants to be a part of this group, that he really likes the team, the situation. How do you think he's performing, especially in wins like this, through that situation where maybe some guys can be thrown off by sort of the career sort of big decisions looming?
I think he's handled it great. I haven't got we as his teammates have got no sense of that he's been dealing with that. So he's been playing, coming to work, and he's been playing great basketball. Despite having to deal with extension talks and things of that nature. I think that's for his side, his agent, and the front office all to figure out. Us as his teammates, we just we support him on the floor. Obviously, we support him off the floor and off the court and things of that nature. But the business side, that's separate from us.
Michael Duarte.
Yeah, LeBron, I remember that game in Cleveland when you first went up against a rookie, Lonzo Ball. What was it like going up against little brother LaMelo tonight? Similarities, differences? What was your first impression of him?
I mean, I think he's damn good to be his age. His speed, his quickness, his ability to make shots at all facets. In the paint, floaters, threes. He has a 3-tier already, and he's going to only get better. Every game is a learning experience for him. He's going to get better and better, as the season goes on, as his career goes on, and so on and so on. So, he's him and Zoe. They're two, just very unique players in our league, and they showcase that every night.
And we'll take 2 more. Harrison.
Hey, LeBron. Alex was just telling us that you guys aren't worried about your seed. You're worrying about winning a championship, but you're only 1.5 games back of the 1 seed now. I was just wondering, you've won 4 in a row. Is chasing that something that matters to you guys at all, or do you not really care about where you end up at the end of the season heading into the playoffs?
We haven't really talked about it. If it gets to a point where we can capture it, I mean, why not? But we haven't talked about it at all. We haven't talked about seeding all year. We just talk about, playing championship basketball, through wins, through losses, whatever the case may be. That's what we talk about. And, we want to continue to get better, and we've gotten better since the break. And but the most important for our ball club is two things: it's playing championship basketball every night and being healthy. When we're healthy and we're full, we can compete versus anybody in the world. So that's what's important for us.
And last question, Nick Hamilton.
LeBron, with you, you've always been a historian as far as knowing every sport that you've been a part of, and being a baseball owner. With Major League Baseball incorporating the Negro League records and an important time in baseball, the Negro League word, what does that mean to you, and how important is that to you as well as us in the baseball community?
I think it's overdue, well deserved, and kudos to the MLB on bringing those seasons, those players, those stats into the full landscape of MLB. Obviously, the Negro League was huge and produced so many great players, produced so many great moments in baseball history, and it deserves to be a part of the MLB. That's just it's unbelievable. I think it's a great thing what the committee did with the MLB on acknowledging that, on understanding how important that moment was, and knowing how great that will look for the future of the sport. So kudos to that.